YouTube. All right, guys, welcome back to Life with Anthony Spade. We're now here at Michael's because today we're going to be working on the inner dash of the car. So I'm going up in here to go buy some more paint, white, red, and green, because we're going to be putting a splash on the inside dash of the Charger. Right now I'm inside. We're going to be going in here, get the paint. Stick with me. All right, guys, we're going to start off with the first thing. It's going to be the adhesive promoter. And like I told you guys before, when you're painting plastic, this is the key to getting that plastic to stick, come out smooth, decent, and never peel. If you just put primer on plastic and put paint on top of it, it would chip in the long run. So make sure you're putting adhesive promoter onto plastic pieces. Now, if you want to paint like your remote control for your gaming system, adhesive promoter. Anything with plastic, adhesive promoter, and then the primer. Don't ever just prime. With adhesive promoter, you don't even have to rough it up a little bit. Let's get to it. All right, guys, second coat of primer. Now we're off into the paint. As a first coat, that's all you got to do for the first coat, is just put that light little bit down. Then when you go to second coat, a little closer. Third coat, you get a little closer. And before you know it, it'll look like this, nice and smooth. So we're going to wait probably 5 minutes, put another coat on. 5 minutes, put another coat on. I'll see you when we're ready to do the decorating. Stick with me. YouTube. All right, guys, we have officially have everything blue. Center console, the little AC vent, and then the dash. What we're going to do now is move this on over to here. Move this paint out of the way. The alcohol, throw all that back there. I'll clean it up later. I keep telling myself that and I don't. We're gonna move this on over to here. And we're gonna move this little AC vent over into here. So, shut this down. All right. Now we're going to get started with the splash. And I have white splash I want to do. We got some reds. We got some greens. I really want to give it a collage. And I also got some glitter. I went and bought some glitter just to give it a little extra. Now, we also have this clear effect spray, but I don't know if I'm going to use that. But as of right now, all I'm trying to do is just keep the base blue and splatter some paint onto here. And I think the first color I want to start off with is going to be white. Now, Michael's, I don't know why, the color that they have for white was just, for this style, was just, it didn't fit. So I had to end up buying this stuff right here, which is Basic Arctic Fluid. All right, and I'm just gonna put a little bit of, is that pour in there? You gotta take this off. So, gotta peel the cap off. We're gonna pour this into here, but let me get some gloves. Boom, now we got the gloves back. But also, while I got the gloves back, I hooked up the 360 Pro 360 Max camera right here, so I could be more freely doing my artist work. So we're about to go from this camera into this camera, and hopefully it records me right, all right? See you in a little bit. White splatter. The reason why I want to do the white splatter is because all of these other colors lay better on top of white than trying to lay these colors, than trying to lay white on top of these colors. So now we got our little splatter thing here. Just a little bit. That's what we want to do, just little splatters. All right, guys, this is the first coat of white splatter that we're putting on there. I kind of like the way it came out. Some parts were thicker than others, but it still came out pretty much the way I wanted it with the white. I wanted to layer the white first because all these other colors are gonna flow on top of it. I think next I'm gonna go into the glow in the dark paint because this is what's gonna bring out all those little details at night. But before we get to that, gotta turn on the fan, let this dry for about 5 or 10 minutes, and then we'll come back and do the other part. YouTube, all right guys, we're back with the second paint. It's going to be the glow in the dark paint. So we're gonna go ahead and fill that in. We're gonna offset it with this white. I'm gonna try to put it in the same spot as the whites, but not really. This is just gonna add a little bit of, a little spadass to what we're gonna let this go ahead and fill in. Switch you over to the 360 camera. All right, guys, we're back. Next color we're going into is going to be red. We're going to shake this up pretty good, and this is going to be a fluorescent red. Now, this actually has one of these in the inside, but I trust that more because that's what it's designed for. So now we're going to switch you over to the matte. Alright guys, it's the next coat. You can see that red really started bringing the life force into the paint job. You can start seeing it now. You can start seeing how it all, the splatter is going to collide when once we add the two colors and we get some glitter up in there. It's going to really pop out on the dash. I can't wait to see what the green and the yellow are going to do. And if it's over flooded a little bit, I may just throw some more glow in the dark in there just to give it the effects at night. But I like how this splatter turned out. So next, fan for 5 minutes, come back and do the next coat. YouTube, all right guys, we are back and we are going into the color green right now. A fluorescent, no, matter of fact, let me go back into the yellow. We're going into the fluorescent yellow right now. Splatter that around the red. I want to try to get this inside the spots where it's not too much white or red. Try to space it out a little bit so I can create room for this and the glitter. So switch it back over to the 3 Max. YouTube, all right guys, we have completed the splatter how I want it, and I went on and added the little glitter in the inside that I'm going to add more of just to give the effect. But right now what we're going to do is let this dry damn near completely. So I'm gonna wait about a half hour to let this dry. Then we're gonna come down and lay some more glitter, or I may lay a little bit more glitter now before we start putting in the clear effects. I'm gonna throw just a little tab of this in there, but we will be going off into the gloss clear coat here shortly, and then we'll be putting it down for its long dry. And I'll probably say within a couple hours, I'll have this back in the car, and we'll be ready to go to the shop and see what the next obstacle is today. So stick with me, we're almost done. YouTube, all right guys, while we're letting the dash go ahead and dry up, this one right here wanted to come out to the park. He kept begging me because it was kind of raining earlier. So right now we're about to do our little walk around the park. I'm gonna give you guys a little look. It's over here. If you're in Pittsburgh, it's in Penn Hills. The country club used to be there. So when you come down this road, this has a nice little walk path where you can come and just sit back and enjoy yourself. And just think, this is the type of stuff that clears depression. This is the type of stuff that makes your day just a little happier, waking up and just walking around in the woods so you could breathe. A lot of people don't want to do this little stuff. They'll just rather sit in the house and just keep trying to think their way into happiness. You can't do that. Sometimes you just got to get out and just get in motion. Start being creative. Start doing things to expand your mind, expand your brain, because you only got one life you're gonna live. Your mother and father brought you into this world, but your death would be based off of your decisions. So it's up to you to decide if you're gonna be happy. It's up to you to decide if you're gonna chase your dreams. People that don't have any dreams and don't know how to chase them, they normally group together and become spectators of life. That's where they speculate what everyone else doing and criticize if they're doing it wrong or right. Typically, the person without a life is the most judgmental. And people that do have a life don't have the time to be judgmental because we're always moving. As much as you've been watching me on YouTube and Instagram, you would notice I never take a break from working. I'm never stopped being imaginative. I wake up every single day with a new goal that I'm going to accomplish that day. As long as you have goals in your life, you're gonna be happy. When you don't have no dreams and no ambition, life is gonna suck, all right? So we get ready to take this guy around the block, but we ain't gonna take him around the block. We about to take him through the whole walking path. Let me show y'all. This is one walking path all the way up and around. Get us some of that good sunlight, and then I have to go get a new phone cover. What I didn't show you guys was that throughout the part of me painting, I spilled a lot of paint onto my phone that was on the table. Liquid ended up getting in the phone. The phone cover is completely messed up. So I have to go get a new phone cover and find a way to get the liquid out of the phone. I think I'm just gonna do like a little air dryer thing, take like a heat gun and just dry it out a little bit. And then I gotta go take some piping back to Home Depot that I bought that I was gonna repipe my Pro Charger today, but we're still painting the dash. We'll see what happens. It's still early. I do wanna go down to Color Park and do some graffiti. So if I do get bored, I will go down to Color Park and we'll do some graffiti down there, being that I'm in an artistic mood. Let's get to it. Boy. This guy wants to run around. Soon as he sees me, there he goes. Then he takes off running for a long period of time again, trying to get back to the car because he's hot. But he was the one at home nagging and complaining to get out here. It is hot though, I ain't gonna even lie to you. Muddy, where he at? There he goes. There he goes. He taking off running. YouTube, all right guys, we are about to do the rebuild. We have finished painting. It has been dried. It has been installed back into the car. Now let's see what it looks like. And there you go. We got the dash. We got the little vent over there. Right here. We can go over here for you. You see what we looking like right here. You guys tell me what you think. All right. That's what we call the splash. And down here. Now, the reason why I did this splash multicolored is because all these other little details, all I can do is now is put solid colors there. So I put all the mesh colors up front and little spots, all these little spots in here. Because this is for me. This is just for me personally to drive down the road. But when I start color coordinating everything, I want to make everything else into solid colors. So my next thing is I need to find a color that's going to go with this. But I got creative block when it comes to here. I don't know what I'm going to do with here. I think I might just change the nozzles up and maybe color these in a little bit, but I don't know what I want to do with this black piece here. So if you have any ideas, let me know what I should do with this black piece. I kept these blue so it stands out solidly. I didn't really like the solid blue in the background. I always wanted to do a splash inside of a car. So this is the first time I've did splash on the dash. And the seats are gonna be blue. So the seats are gonna be blue. I don't wanna come back in here with blue. So I'm trying to find out what color is gonna suit that better. And then I got some more ideas that we're gonna do that I'm not gonna tell you about yet. I can tell you right now, these inner jams are gonna change into a whole different color as well. These jams, trust me. We're gonna keep customizing. This is my Mona Lisa of cars. When it's all said and done, it's just art to me, all right? Until next time, we should be doing the bottom bumper tomorrow if it comes in, so I can finally get the piece that broke all the way off. I don't know why I haven't removed it yet. And I want you guys to tell me, should I splatter the wing or should I leave the wing the way that it is, all right? Till next time, hasta la vista.